Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. This video is going to be my reaction to and reading of the end of Chapter 14, Chaos in the Capital. If you have not completed Chapters 1 through 14 of Dragalia Lost already, now is your chance to walk away as there will be full story spoilers from this point on. So as you can see, I've already completed about 80% of the chapter, so we're beginning today in Media Res, and I decided to do this as a compromise, since I know some players prefer to see me react to every little thing, while others prefer that I just give my impressions after the fact, after I've already completed the chapter. We're going to do a hybrid here. We'll walk through the end together, and then I'll give my impressions on the entire thing. Obviously, a lot has already happened so far, so I'll give some opinions on that after we see what the conclusion is. And yeah, hopefully it's pretty exciting. I just had a really shocking moment one chapter ago where Volk showed up out of nowhere and had some really, really good lines on the throne. So I think we might actually be fighting him here. There was a little tutorial that took us to the side and wanted us to collect some weapons, Chimera weapons, I believe. But now we're back in the action. Oh, yes, we're fighting Volk in this throne room? Let's go. Wait, he's doing all of the things? This is like a legit Agito fight with deflated stats. Don't tell me he's going to shapeshift. We might actually not just be able to auto this. This is not an Agito team setup here. Obviously, this is a story theme team setup. Okay, Ravenous Claw's coming out. I mean, we probably should try break him now. Let's go ahead and break him and... yeah, just to make sure nobody dies. We became Brunhilde at the end. Well, this is sweet. I would love to fight Volk regularly in that arena. Okay, so Volk came out of nowhere. A lot has already happened. The story began with us advancing on the capital. A beautiful scene around a campfire. Yo, we actually got some plague masks. Destitute One's mask fragments, at least the silver level. Everyone was around the campfire. Yuden wandered off, right? He's downtrodden, he's doubting himself, and he's actually approached by the androids. The androids, apparently responding to his feelings, addressing him as Maestro, have developed some type of emotional sympathy through the combination of Lakshi's command over them, plus Mascula's heart now radiating out to all of them. So that's the scene that we began on. So much has transpired since then. We're already in the throne room now. Volk. Such strength is irremissible. I think he has finally fallen. This guy is so simply disgusting. He just keeps getting up. He's more stubborn than a foot fungus. You people are strong. Blessed. Tell me, does it feel good to trample over the weak? Does it feel right? No, it doesn't, but you're trying to take something precious from us, which means we can't lose. Can't lose? Can't lose? Oh, the arrogance of your words. They are words of a man who is able to win. The words of a man who can envision his own victory. That is the view that births the weak, and the view that will steal all from us. Irremissible. Irremissible. Awaken, Agito. We're getting the shapeshift. What power he has. I don't want to overstate nothing, boss, but I ain't liking this at all. I know, and just because he's injured doesn't mean we can let our guard down. Elisan, I have a request. Take the Zethia from this world and get her somewhere safe. Do so right now. Can I count on you in this matter? What? Why? Because I was once in the situation she finds herself in now, and I know she still has traces of the other's power within her. If we hope to pursue the one who now wields the other's power, we must have your Zethia at our side. We cannot allow her to be captured. I see the reason in the matter, but why me? As a paladin, it is ever your duty to protect the Ilian aspects. But to abandon everyone now? She's right. You need to do this. We have to make sure Zethia is safe. Very well, Your Highness. If this be your will, Then I will see your sister safe. Thank you, Ellie. If you leave the castle and head north, you'll come to the gate. Once you're free, get as far away from here as you can. Be safe, Foundry. Running away, are you? No matter. He will reclaim her in due time. But for now, you must learn what it means to be weak and what it means to suffer the disease of weakness. So we're about to fight the transformed version. Yo. Okay, we have a fight coming up. We have a tutorial again. Brother, be forewarned that Volk is a man of prodigious strength, and the battle ahead looks to be another fierce one. I believe it will be necessary to ensure all of our allies are properly powered up in order to secure victory in the coming fight. Also, you mustn't forget to bring powerful flame weapons to bear against him. I believe you can obtain the necessary materials for building them from a fiend called a volcanic chimera. I implore you not to be lax in your preparations, brother. Ready your forces for the battle that awaits us. New endeavors available. Alright, let's go ahead and take these out, get them taken care of. Seems like we're already done on these. Got some nice rainbow orbs to boot. And then we'll prepare for what seems to be the ultimate battle of the chapter, barring something else. So as I said, the chapter began with us being reassured by the androids. We were referred to by them as Maestro, suggesting to me that maybe Yuden was their original creator. Perhaps a future Yuden originally created them, sent them back, something like that. Or maybe that's just how they addressed their leader in any case. But that began the chapter, and soon after, we were led into a trap intercepted by Harl. Harl trapped us in some white or yellow light. It was boxing in on us, and the androids began to sacrifice themselves, sensing Yuden's pain and his hurt at not being able to protect his teammates. They sacrificed themselves to stop an emitter of this prison that Harl had sent out. Ultimately, it seemed like maybe all of the androids died off, and as they did so, they were feeling anguish, they were feeling pain and suffering, fear of death. This led Mascula to feel sadness that his heart was responsible for their pain, so he shut himself off as we went into the capital city. Now, let's take on Relentless Fangs, and we'll continue our retelling shortly thereafter. So I'm switching to my full power flame team for this, so maybe we can get in a proper auto without having to intervene, but we may not, depending on how difficult this is. Behold the Blade of Purgation. Let's go. Immediate transform. Oh no, part 2, two-part fight. You could see he doesn't have the overdrive bar. Didn't have to deal with that, thankfully, but are we going to get to the screen wides here on these traps? Oh, we got squalled. Got squalled a couple times, but we broke. This being introduced into the main campaign in this arena is epic. So you may be wondering how we got here to the throne room. After we advanced past Harl's trap, and many of the androids sacrificed themselves, and Mascula turned himself off, we actually found out that there were some traitors to the Empire who were secretly loyal to Prince Yuden. They basically made it so that there was a hole or an entrance in some of the defenses of the city. We got through. As we were doing so, of course, Elisan questioning, is all of the bloodshed, is all of the sacrifice worth it, considering Foundry's status / Yuden's status, not necessarily being a legitimate heir to the throne? Is she really fighting for the right reasons? Why is she here? So she sort of questioned herself and doubted it. We proceeded along a bridge toward the palace, eerily abandoned, but there was a thick miasma. It was a Lost Woods type situation. Labyrinthine, we're going through repeatedly, seemingly making no progress, until all of a sudden, we're at the palace doors, but only the main crew is there, and the rest of our army is back in the capital, not able to advance past this haze and this magical trap. So then we played some chapters where we're actually in the palace, proceeding to the throne room. Of course, when we get into the palace, fiends are spawned there. It was an ambush or a trap of sorts Mor Sayadi had planned for us, or perhaps just a test, as we'll find out later. Then, meanwhile, to the side, the Raven's Designs was taking place in EX chapter, where on a cliff, Baron and Ferris overlooked the goings-on of the capital. They're obviously preparing to launch some type of plan. They're hanging close in nearby vicinity of the capital, and they're come upon by Harl. They suss him out right away. They know they're being listened to. Ferris seems to have the upper hand on him intellectually. He knows and is aware of his schemes. He knows that Harl did not set up a proper defense in front of the palace entry, that he intentionally let through the main party, but he and Baron have other schemes of their own, so they bid Harl adieu, and that is the last we see of them before we go on to fight a cube boss in the EX segment. And then, within the palace, we proceed through some unlit corridors, and we get to a chapter where we're trapped in a room, miasma rolling in, thick smog, dark black mana, and all of the human or Sylvan, basically living beings, are disabilitated or debilitated, disabled. I guess I made a new portmanteau there, but anyway, they're incapacitated by this. They're unable to fight back against the fiends, and Luxie is the only one who's able to, so basically she activates her annihilation mode. She's able to fend off some of the fiends, but she calls upon within herself Mascula, does a search within herself, because she needs Mascula in order to be able to defeat them. Actually, awakening Mascula unlocks an Eden mode beyond her annihilation mode. She takes out all the fiends, saves the day, Mascula is reawakened. He realizes that he still wishes for peace, and he's going to try fight the minimum amount to do so, but he is going to try achieve peace together with Luxie. She snaps him out of his despair, his sadness over the loss of the other androids, saying that she wishes she could have had the heart that he did in some ways, and that he is kind of like an inherent part of her, that they're meant to be together because this Eden mode is something neither of them knew about. So it seems like maybe she's going to get a Gala. At that point, I'm thinking, are we getting a Mascula alt as the free character from this chapter? Because I really thought they might kill her off and have him inhabit the body. But we get past that. We get to the throne room, where we're confronted by Zethia, more Sayadi Zethia, of course, and she does make the deal that we expect to Yuden, that if we want to save Zethia, we're going to have to give up Yuden, and he will become the new vessel of the other. While the transfer is happening, something truly shocking happens. Baron barges in, commanding presence, and just says, no, that's not going to happen. He naps the other, he abducts the other into himself as the vessel, and now has command over the other's powers. It looks like we are going to be put down hastily in this situation, but the other Zethia, the time-traveling second Zethia, comes into the fray. Ferris comes into the fray. We are protected momentarily as Baron and Ferris prepare to do their bidding elsewhere by Volk. None other than Volk comes in to protect the second Zethia, but more importantly, his mission is really to protect the main Zethia for an unknown leader, perhaps the leader of the Agito. Baron does not know of Volk. He's surprised by this. He's surprised someone would challenge his power. Volk goes on an epic monologue talking about the strong and the weak. If I have footage of my reaction to that, I may intersperse some here. So if that happens, bear with it, but it was so epic. I could not believe that was happening. What? I was told not to allow harm to the Auspex, though perhaps he did not mean that particular Auspex. You. We meet again, Ranzel. Looks like we have another guest, though I don't know who it is. If you know me not, you would do well to learn. I am Volk, Fang of the Fangless, and I will be taking the Auspex. Volk, is it? A name I'll no doubt forget. If you seek to interfere, you will meet your end right now. Another little prince, eh? And one with the power of the other himself? How very blessed you are, and how irremissible. Chosen by birth, chosen for power. Merely by existing do all of you persecute the weak. Strength is a sin, for it creates weakness. Those who have it are unforgivable sinners, for they create those who have not. Ain't you got something better to do than waste our time with this nonsense? What do you even want? I am here to get it all back. You are false yet blessed, and yet you seek to steal away that which belongs to the true one. Ah yes, it all makes sense now. If Agito has made an appearance, it means he is nearby as well. Baron, let us now away. I do not now believe this man to be our enemy. But brother, It matters not. He seems to be acquainted with our dear younger brother, so if you desire it, he will likely show his face anon. Very well. Foundry, dear brother, what you will now face is a truth and world you do not wish to see. If you can endure what is to come, then we shall meet again. What are you talking about, Ferris? My brother, please! You must all help me pursue them. We cannot permit Baron to wield the other's power as he pleases. I understand that, but do as you will. I'll not interfere, but I will need you to leave this world's auspexes here. What are you going to do with our Zethia? The auspex must be returned to her rightful place. If Zethia belongs anywhere, it's obviously with Foundry. Do you truly think we went to all the trouble of saving her just to let some other yodel steal her away again? I ask, who is the true thief here, and who is he stolen from? The haves are always the thieves, and the have-nots their victims. You and all people like you have stolen everything. I must reclaim what you have stolen from the people who have not, and I must reclaim the auspex for the prince from whom she was stolen. What? 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 We are Akito! You get that music going. Fangs over the fangless. Know the resentment of those who have lost all to your kind. Okay. Here is my theory. The prince from whom she was stolen is the prince that Finlorda raised. Oh my goodness, this chapter is unbelievable. Man. And anyway, now we continue on. We just fought Volk twice. You saw what happened. On a moonlit night, I'm thinking this is going to be the end of the chapter. It's had so many twists and turns. I really was not expecting Volk to show up there. We're out, now to put distance between us and the castle. Please wake up, my auspex. She's yet to regain consciousness. Who's there? I will be taking the auspex now. Or should I say, I will be taking my younger sister. No. Okay. In one of the previous segments, there was some allusion to another character, another royal character. Here's what I think. Maybe it's the true Yuden, the one raised by Finlorda in the north when they were swapped at birth. That's what I was thinking earlier as I read through that. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I know I was thinking that that could be maybe the leader of the Agito even. Who is it going to be, or is it some other sibling we already know? No, you cannot be! Oh, they're not going to show us? Did I just hear a bell? The signal, but I still need to teach these cretins a lesson. Alas, I fear my time has come. We'll have to continue at a later date. Wait, now you're gonna run off? Better rethink them plans, son. Oh, you have it wrong. I'm the one who won't let you people escape. Were I you, I would spend my remaining days fearing the bite of these fangs. But for now, Ronzel, farewell. Forget him. We need to find Zethia. I love Volk. I feel like Volk is just like, the more he gets beat up on, he just becomes stronger, and he's just this weird, sickly, demonic being. He's kind of insane, and I really appreciate that about him. He's so cool. But who is he beholden to? What's going on here? They should be... wait, is that Elisan? Your Highness. I'm glad you're all right, Ellie, but where's Zethia? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Ellie, why are you apologizing? Is she betraying us? Is her doubt coming back into play now? What happened to Zethia? Ellie, where is she? A man appeared and stole her away. No, not after we finally freed her from the other. Ah! I'm so sorry, Zethia. You know Ellie handed her over. Ellie, I do not trust you now. Might I sit with you a moment, brother? You must break free of this melancholy. Everyone is worried for you. The other is gone, and the capital freed. Your deeds have saved the lives of many. You also made it possible for me to return to this world once more. But I couldn't save Zethia. My Zethia. I mean, she's gone again. I am so very sorry you must bear this pain. There's no point in a peaceful world without Zethia in it. If only I had been stronger. Then we shall find her together. What do you mean? Welfare unit? Exactly that. Let us find your sister and see her return to you safely. This music, this scene. The moon is so radiant tonight. It reminds me how your Zethia is currently illuminated by the selfsame moon, no matter how far away she may be. And if we search for her, I know we can see her home. You're right, this is no time for moping. I need to act, I need to save her. And I shall be with you every step of the way. Thank you. I'll be glad to have you. Right, Zethia. Let's go save, Zethia? Yeah, this is going to be confusing. It will indeed. However, since I am not of this world, it seems only right that I be the one to change my name. Then what should we call you? Xena. You should call me Xena. Xena. I like it. Welcome aboard, Xena. Likewise, my brother. No. Oh, so much unresolved. We have to wait for the interlude now. Oh, I told the paladin woman we'd be waiting at the checkpoint of Alberia's north border. The army of the false prince will never come. They will be too busy wallowing in the despair of their own failure. He will come. He will brave any danger for the sake of his sister. Tell the rest of Agito to gather here. Oh, this isn't Zethia talking. I will set out ahead and proceed with our preparations. It will be done. Unless it is Zethia talking. No! Who are you? So, Ferris has made his move, eh? And the Ilian Church, too, won't ignore the chance this power vacuum represents. The world is beginning to tilt on its axis, and a late start will not be tolerated. But first, this has to be the leader of the Agito, but is this... You are my foe, Foundry, and I will teach you the difference between you and me. Is this the true heir? What the heck? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, new member, she looks so great. Otherworld Aspects Xena. Insane. Chapter 15, Light and Shadow. When the prince and his friends hurry to the border with North Gracia in pursuit of Zethia's captor, they find a familiar warrior blocking their path. Following a fierce fight, Zethia's enigmatic captor finally arrives on the scene, and what he has to say will turn their world upside down. All this and more in the next campaign update. Yo, what a trip this chapter has been. This has been a crazy chapter. I did not expect half the things in here. I was feeling a little bit like this wasn't really going to be very eventful with all the focus on the androids at the beginning half of the chapter. I was kind of like, okay, we're retreading this territory. You know, did you really invent all these androids just to have them killed off for this character development moment? It felt a little bit weak to me. And now, from the moment we were in the throne room on, it's just been insane. So this is still pretty wild. Wow. But, all right, everyone. I guess that's going to do it for this video. That is my reaction to Chapter 14. It was a very good chapter. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Chapter 15 has in store. And before that, the Chapter 14 interlude. A lot of factions are at play now, which leads me to think that maybe the story isn't coming to its conclusion as quickly as I thought. I really felt like they were gearing up toward a second anniversary wrap-up of many of the main storylines. And to some extent they have, with Morsayadi no longer inhabiting Zethia's body, but they're actually transitioning it sooner than I would have expected. I thought we'd maybe getting this transition at the end of this year or early next year, so I'm very curious to see what happens and what comes next. But anyway, y'all, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you next time.